Hey, good morning, sports fans. It's Louie Diamond. We are in our Las Vegas, I'm in our Las Vegas handicapping studios, but I am joined with three fantastic handicappers that are ready to break down some football, some college basketball, and maybe even some NBA. So we've been doing a great job for you on the weekends so far. We're keeping on the weekends right now. And we're going to be pumping out some winners here for you. So thank you for joining us. And let's get ourselves rolling. Let me introduce to you two of the three handicappers. The third one will be here shortly, just getting himself ready. But our steady Eddies, the Red Rifle, Mr. Tony Gulledge. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Lou. Glad to be back. Looking to keep the good roll going, man. This show's put out a lot of winners for a lot of people that have watched, and I think we're going to produce some more. Love the NFL wild card, 3 games today. You get your 9-10 hours of football fix. I love playoff football. I'm looking for a big day.
All right, playoff football, no doubt, very exciting. And I know our other handicapper over there, Mr. Chumly, been on fire since you've joined on board, and let's see if that continues here today. So, Chumly, how was your week?
Good. I had a up and down week a little bit with college basketball, but ended up a few units ahead. But part of the reason I got my nickname Lord Chumly is because I produce in the NFL. It's by far my best sport, and then we're gonna crush the books again the next couple of days. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about the games, and I'm looking forward to watching them. So, good luck today, everyone, and stay tuned for some solid winners here today.
All right, Lord Chumly, the Lord of the NFL. But you want to know something, Chumly? I've been watching your college basketball this week, at least your top plays. We've been putting them over there on bettorcenter.com, and you've been hitting them nice. Only one loser this week that we posted. So make sure you join or jump out there at bettorcenter.com. We're putting out free plays out there. And, of course, Tony G's Bookie Buster will be there today. And Ross and Chip will have some plays out there as well. And soon we're going to have Chumly and out there, as well as our new handicapper that will join us here shortly, Mr. Eddie J. He was in the beginning of the season with us, and he's ready to join us. He's been on fire in college baskets. And when he gets on board, he'll give us a little update of what he's got for us. So, all that being said, enough small talk. Let's get to the real talk. And that is game number 1, the Indianapolis Colts. And they are at the Buffalo Bills. Frank Reich going home. Buffalo Bills blowing everybody out. Now, we got the Bills at a 6.5-point favorite. The total is 51. If you watched my show yesterday, or the show yesterday, you know I have a little love for the over, but now it's time to see what these gentlemen have in store for us. Tony G, Bills, Colts, what do we got?
Damn good playoff game for like a little wild card here, right? Buffalo coming in, hot team, hottest team in the league, 6 straight wins. I was just looking, destroyed Miami when Miami, even though they were injured, somewhat, depleted, 56-26 and 38-48, 26, 34, 27. That's the point totals in this 6-game win streak for the Buffalo offense. So they come into this playoff game against the Colts flying high. You look down the list, Chargers, Niners, Steelers, Broncos, Patriots. I mean, you're looking at teams at least mediocre defensively. And for me, that's telling. Buffalo's been impressive. Colts, on the other hand, 4 of 5. They've only had the 1 loss to Pittsburgh coming down the stretch, so they've played their way in. So you got 2 teams with a lot of positive momentum in terms of getting wins coming into this. You got the younger kid, Allen, against the savvy veteran, 39-year-old Phillip Rivers. So you have that kind of matchup, young versus old. For me, I thought the touchdown when they put it out earlier was a really good line for this game. It seems kind of steep for playoff action, but Buffalo's really been surging, and you do have to account for that when their offense has been clicking that well. I'm going to play the Colts here. Ended up playing the Colts, and it's because of their defense against the run. I think they're a little more solid up front than a lot of teams Buffalo's played. And I just got a feeling when the pressure gets on here, I think this could get close toward the end. And a team like the Colts with Phillip Rivers and Reich calling the plays, they're going to play it close to the vest. So unless the Colts just absolutely spit the bit with turnovers, I'm looking for this game to stay tight. And the Colts could win. You know, my gut is saying Buffalo by a field goal late, that kind of final. So not a strong play. It's not my bookie buster, which we're getting to soon. But I do like the Colts here, Lou.
All right. Well, Tony, you've certainly disappointed a couple of our viewers because I got a bunch of my friends watching right now from Buffalo.
Oh,
and,
no.
The boys, Bick, Cash, shout out to you guys, Cap, Lou. Thanks for watching, guys. And they
I do think the Bills will win. I think there's a chance Buffalo should win, okay? I'm not going to say they're going to lose. So, I mean, if you're a Buffalo fan, ultimately, whether they cover the spread or not shouldn't affect you, right, Lou? I mean, I think Buffalo can advance. I'm just not so sure that they're going to be able to easily make this number.
They want to hear a blowout, Tony. They want a blowout. That's all they want in Buffalo, a blowout and wings. So what else are you going to do in Buffalo? Chicken wings and bowling. Blowout, bowling, and buffalo wings. Chumly, you got any love for my boys in Buffalo?
Yeah, I do. I like Buffalo today personally. The only reason the Colts might stay in this game for a while is if Jonathan Taylor runs the ball well, which, I mean, he did last week, but that was against Jacksonville. Today, he's not going to run like that against Buffalo. Buffalo, honestly, I've told people, I think has just as good a shot to win the Super Bowl as anybody. And the Colts, they're going to hang around for a while, but Rivers will make a few mistakes. And I like Allen in this offense. I'll give a little love to your over too, but I'll take the Bills today at -6.5. They'll win by 10+ points.
All right, there you go, boys. We got some Buffalo love, and you know what else we got here? We got our new handicapper back from the beginning of the season, and he's in the hopper right now. And I want to welcome Mr. Eddie J. How are you, Eddie J?
Hey, what's going on, Lou? What's going on, guys? Good to see you. Happy
Thank you for joining us, Eddie J. All right, so listen, let's get right down to it. Bills, Colts, forget the small talk. Give it to us, down and dirty. What do you got?
Well, it's going to be chilly today, 20 degrees. If the Colts are going to have a chance to win, they're going to have to, rely on the running game. Rivers has only been averaging about 15 pass attempts the last few games. It's Buffalo's time. They're going to have some fans in the stadium. Frank Reich, the old backup for the Bills, bringing his squad in. It's pretty interesting tidbit there. Josh Allen, he's playing on Mahomes' level right now. It's going to be hard to slow them down. Diggs is questionable today. Beasley's also questionable, but they'll both play. We know that. I just think the Colts are going to try to run the game, try to run the ball, and it's, going to keep them in the game, but I just think the Bills are going to have too much firepower. Maybe a turnover by Rivers, an interception. I got this capped at like 28-16, 28-17 Buffalo. I think the under 52 is the play. I think the Colts are going to have, more than 35 minutes of time possession, trying to utilize their game plan, and that's going to keep the under 52 in a cold, chilly day. There's going to be a lot of toting the rock here today, Lou.
All right, Eddie J, you're coming right in, stabbing me in the heart as I'm going with the over, but I see what you're saying. If they can get Jonathan Taylor to slow the game down and keep the Bills' offense off the board, if anybody knows that is the process to beat a fast offense, it would be Frank Reich. I don't know if they're going to have that opportunity. I believe that maybe I kind of want to believe in the back of my head, but at the end of the day, I just can't go against these Bills scoring all these points and having their way the way they've been having their way. So I would say good luck to you. Well, I can't say good luck because I got the over. But you're coming right out, Eddie, with some good points. And they definitely need to be made. And a shout out to Thomas and Tay, who will be at the game, Section 200, throwing beers. They're pumped. So all 6,700 fans. So we'll see what happens here in a little bit. Indianapolis at Buffalo. All right, our next game in the mid of the afternoon will feature a rematch from a couple weeks ago, the NFC West. And these two teams, they get together. The game has been a low-scoring game, and that is 15-7 to the under for the Rams, who are at Seattle. And Seattle opens up 5 down to 3. So a lot of Ram love here right now. And with Goff in, I'm a fan of the under in this matchup. I'm not a fan of the side. And but let's see who's got something to offer here. Chumly, I'll start with you on this one.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough for me. When I did all my games, I went over this for a few hours. Yeah, these two teams normally play to the under. I'm not sure. Is Goff in for sure? Luke, can you confirm?
I'm going to look that up. That's what I'm looking up here right now. If Goff start, and we'll get that here in a second.
Because this morning it didn't say yet. I didn't know if Wofford was.
It's still a game time decision.
I think he's doing a good job of messing with everybody's head, and that's what coaches are supposed to do. And so Will Sean McKay. Let me see. That's an hour ago. Let's see if that one has anything from when Rams had. Let's see, breaking down Rams matchup heading to finals. Come on. All right, so we really don't have an answer on the quarterback.
He's listed on the injury report. They've met their obligation. They're not going to tell you anything else right now. Like I think he's the ultimate game time decision. I mean, literally, he's going to go out in pre-games and see how he feels, kind of probably, or else they know and they're just not going to play.
None of us have made a play on this one right now. Maybe Eddie, you got anything on this? Have you done anything with this game?
Yeah, I've been, the last time they played Week 16, I took Seattle on the money line, short line there. I believe the same thing's going to happen here. I was high on Russell Wilson and the Seahawks earlier in the year. Their offense hasn't clicked as it done, early in the season, the last half of the season. But this Rams-Seahawks matchup, I agree, Lou, there. It's going to be very low scoring. If Goff's in there, he has a tendency to turn the ball over way too much in critical times. And Wolford, we don't know. He had 200 and some yards, nice game, against the depleted Cardinals team last week. But, it's playoff time. I know they're not going to have the fan base there, but, DK Metcalf, they're going to rely on Carson running the ball. I think they make enough plays to win with a short line here. I mean, I'd either buy at the 3 or I'd take it on the money line. But I do believe Seattle will win this game in a low-scoring game, maybe 24-13, 21-16, something like that,
All right. So, obviously I'll probably lean to the under no matter what. I'll just be a little worried if Wolford's in. So, because I got the feeling that it just changes too many things. So, but the under seems to be the way to go. You guys have Tony or Chumly, you got anything?
Yeah, I'll throw something on this. I mean, this is going to be my bookie buster, actually. I love this game, Lou. I just don't know if Goff is playing or not. That's all. But I love this game.
No matter what, no matter who's playing, you're all over this. This is your game.
The die has been cast for me, right? To me, that's like inconsequential to who actually takes the snaps today. Get over to the website. I've cashed a bookie buster 6 consecutive Saturdays, Lou. So going for the 7th consecutive Saturday bookie buster from this show that I've come in and talked about. 20-8, 71% since we've been doing this show with the bookie buster plays put up for sale at the Bettor Center site. If you need to cash one of these playoff games today, I think this is going to be the one you want to put your money on. Head over, pick it up. I love the analysis. I will say the under appears to me to be the right side to be on. Low scoring. Both these coaches are willing to play that style. And in playoff football, you get a lot of handoffs, a lot of running, a lot of short passes that keeps the clock running, long possessions. few possessions per team per half. And if the punters get 2 or 3 punts, I mean, you're looking at 1 or 2 chances to score per team per half. So it really comes down to executing plays at the right time. If you want to know who I think is going to win this game, head over to bettorcenter.com and pick up my Bookie Buster playlist.
All right, guys, there it is. So obviously there's good reasons to be confused if you are confused on the game. But if you are, there's a good reason to go to bettorcenter.com, because the Red Rifle has got it loaded. His rifle, the red rifle has the rifle loaded. The man of metaphors. So, anyways, all right. So there you have it. Rams at the Seahawks, and Tony G has a bookie buster at bettorcenter.com, and Chumley's been putting out free basketball plays out there. They've been cashing. So you're gonna. Doesn't look wonderful. Believe me, I'm on the IT team, but we got a lot of things happening here, and it doesn't matter how it looks as long as you can read the winners, and they are there. So, all right, now let's move over to our last NFL game for the day, and this is going to feature a game where all of us here at Bettor Center have a little love for, because I bought a ticket for them for Washington. I'll just say Washington. And you're right, Tony. Calling them the football team is a great troll thing. So, but we got them. We got them at 80-1 to win the Super Bowl. And good news, guys. I had Philly last week for us plus the 6.5. So we are on a free roll right now with the Washington Redskins, because we middled that sucker very nicely last week. Like I know I mentioned it on the show. Play the Redskins for the Super Bowl ticket and bet the other side for the middle. Now we got a free Super Bowl ticket, 80-1. Does that ticket cash, or we better start hedging today? Tampa Bay, Tom Brady at night. I got some numbers for you. I don't know if you saw it yet, Tony, but Alan posted something. I'll come back to those in a minute. But let's start with you on that one, Tony G.
Yeah, ultimately, Lou, I've never been a fan of Alex Smith, period. I remember going back to the days of Kansas City, San Francisco. There was a game in particular, Alex Smith, why I don't like him. They were down 4. They received a punt. A minute left in the game. They had no timeouts. So and they needed a touchdown. So they're 75 yards, a minute left, no timeouts. 1st down and 10, this guy drops back, takes 3 steps, dumps it to the running back, who gets tackled for a gain of 5, clock spinning. It's like 25 seconds before they get to the next snap. The dude has always been a dinker dunker. I don't like the way he runs the offense. He puts up great statistics, but when it comes to winning big games, he always seems to kind of find a way not to do it. And Brady is the exact opposite of Alex Smith. Brady's going to let it go, win or lose. He's going to go down swinging. I think he's got a lot to prove. I know the Washington football team defense has played some good games this year. I think their offense will be so bad tonight. And I know it's been a popular choice, this football team. I've been hearing, the most likely upset of the weekend, the football team. And I'm just going to disagree here. I just think, the NFC least, and they're the NFC least for a reason. Sure, they can come in. Sure, they can probably play defense, catch a couple turnovers, hang in, and steal the game late. I just wouldn't put my money on Alex Smith in a playoff game, especially when he's more than a touchdown underdog at home. And you'll get plenty of those stats too, Lou. You probably got some. The great ATS record of underdog home teams in the playoffs. I'm sure they've done well, of course, but I think if you fall into that pit here, you're probably going to take an L. I like the Buccaneers here to get the job done. Brady's not going to be slowed down tonight, and I'd be hedging that ticket we got.
All right. We're going to hedge it in a different way, because we got to lay 4-1 to truly hedge it. So what I will do for us to start this hedge is I'm going to tease Tampa Bay down, and we'll have it open, and then we'll all make a decision on who our second end of that tease will be. So, but you said Brady at night. Well, guess what? Here's some numbers for Tom Brady at night. And since November, he's 1-6 straight up, 0-7 against the number, and against the number, and ATS losing margin is 14 points. He is 0-4 this year. Oh, sorry, since last November night games. So 1-6 straight up, 0-7 against the number, and losing by an average of 14 points, and 0-4 this year. That is Lord Tom Brady. Now, Lord Chumly, what do you got to say about that? By the way, thank you, Alan DeRochers.
I'm going to go back to Seattle for 1 minute. I told everyone in the group to watch the show. I'm going to back Seattle small today, just so we're all on board. They got the more balanced team, and I think they'll win by 7 points plus. But anyway, all right, on to this game. Washington, I got a feeling is going to stick around till the end tonight. The public has really been back in Tampa Bay. We're getting close to the 60% mark. Alex Smith, yes, I agree with Tony. He's hard to back, but Washington's defense is going to find a way to limit Brady tonight, and I think Washington's going to surprise a little bit. They're going to keep it within a touchdown. I also think it's probably going to play to the under. They're going to obviously try to slow the game down. I think Tampa Bay is going to run the ball some too. So anyway, I'm going to back Washington +8 with a lean on the under in this game.
All right, little Redskins and under, but plus the 8, liking the points. And so we're left with Mr. Eddie J. What are your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, Lou, I had a sports book on Twitter asking what line would you have to take the Redskins in the game. And I thought about it. I said, you got to give me at least 17 points. And I'm being honest, man. I mean, you know, I watched in the last couple against Carolina and Philly. Yeah, the defense, they have a good D line. They get the Brady. They don't sack. Offense is going nowhere. I mean, it's bringing their string even for them for win last week. You know, who knows if Sif's going to play the whole game? He comes in. I don't see much offense, you know, by the Redskins. The Buccaneers have finally hit their stride. They just played Atlanta, putting up near 40. They put up near 40 against Detroit in the first half before they rested starters. They played Atlanta again and had a powerful second half, scoring 31 points. So if you look at, you know, the second half of Atlanta, the first half of the Detroit game, and the full game against Atlanta last week, I mean, this offense is clicking. It's really not fair. They have Antonio Brown, Gronkowski, Evans, Godwin, two durable running backs. Where's Washington going to want to get the points here? I think this is a blowout. Now, you know, you're looking at the vantage points of the sports books, and you know their liability. They don't want to have, you know, all these money line favorites hitting a parlay. They don't want all these money line these downs. You look at the Saints, you're looking at Buffalo, Tampa Bay, you know, who else is going to be thrown in that money line parlay? Maybe Pittsburgh. So they're looking for a breaker, but it's not going to be the Bucs. The Bucs are going to come. I got this in a blowout. I got about 42-17 is my prediction on this one. I really think it gets pretty ugly tonight.
Oh, all right. Eddie J comes in with an exact score for us. Somebody's trying to challenge our red rifle. That sounds like it could be funny. I like it. I like it. All right, 42-17, says Eddie J, which kills our Super Bowl ticket. So we may need to get some of that action on Tampa Bay. All right, so that covers today's football. We'll have some football. We'll obviously be here tomorrow morning again with some more football. Now it's time to get into our basketball and pretty much going to be our most interesting plays. So let's and if you got anything to tell the viewers, roll it in with this one, guys. So Chumly, what's your most interesting action? Give me some college basketball love here today. What do you got?
All right, I'm going to give you give you my two basketball plays. First will be Rutgers -4 at home versus Ohio State. They're more well-rounded on offense. They have more firepower. And Ohio State, they seem to struggle on the road almost any game in the Big Ten. I could never back them. Rutgers has got more firepower. They're more balanced, and they'll win this game by probably 8 points plus. And my underdog game of the day is going to be Oklahoma +7 at Kansas. Kansas is getting all the love, but Oklahoma's they both score about the same. Oklahoma obviously is underdog for a reason, but I'm gonna give you Oklahoma +7, possible upset on the road at Kansas today, guys.
All right, possible upset on the road, so maybe a little money line action on that as well. All right, so and now what do you got, Eddie J? We got some basketball for us today, and then tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Anyways, go ahead.
I got a couple hoops I'll throw out there. Yeah, I'm Eddie J. You can follow me at Eddie J Sports on Twitter. There's my email below, eddiejsports@gmail.com. I've known the great man Louie Diamond for about 10 years plus here through our Don Best Sports days. Gained a lot of valuable experience over there. I was a top prognosticator and very transparent. Used to keep my records and aim to win and please the clients. Since the new year here on Eddie J Sports, I've given out a free month of service. So if you go there, you can get all my plays. You can build a little bankroll for the month of January, and then you can come check us out here at Bettor Center. But so far in the month of January, 42 winners and 19 losses, 70% plus 82 units. So if you're betting 100 a unit, you've made about 8,200 here so far in the month of January. But all those picks are documented. They're put out before the games. They're all free, and you can keep getting them free by checking out the Twitter at Eddie J Sports. As far as the college hoops today, I'm going to agree with Chumly since I disagree. But, yeah, Rutgers. I'm on Rutgers today. The line was -2, which I like, and it's creeping up a little. But we got 8-22-1 against the spread. Their last 31 on the road. Their last 5 against the spread, they're 0-4-1. They've lost at Purdue, at Minnesota, at Northwestern. But then Rutgers, take away the last game, which Iowa's one of my, top 4 teams that had to win the championship this year. Very good team. And Rutgers had a chance to win that game. Iowa stole it late by 2, but we'll disregard that one. Previously, the Utah team I'm very high on. They beat Purdue at home, beat Syracuse, and beat a dangerous Hofstra team. So at the rack, Rutgers is a great team. They have a great home court advantage. And Ohio State, like Chumly said, is rough on the road. So we're going to take Rutgers here -2. We're going to go with a total on the Colorado State UNLV game. They played 2 days ago, one of them college basketball doubleheaders that are going on, and it landed at 145. It was 74-71. Colorado State was favored by 10 in that game. The Rebels covered. The line went down to 7 in this one, so I don't really see much value in backing the Rebels again. I did have the Rebels the other night, but I'm going to go with the total here. I'm going to go over 145. Colorado State's averaging 80 points per game at home. And like I said, they scored 145 last game, but the Rebels went 7 for 26 shooting threes, which was 28%. I expect a couple more of them to fall. And there was a couple lapses where, Colorado State didn't score for a couple minutes here. So I expect a higher scoring game tonight. I'd go over 145 in that matchup, Lou.
All right, Eddie J, welcome back to the show. An impressive record, and it is documented out there on his Twitter feed. We're going to get him out there on Bettor Center as well. So, and one thing I do know about Eddie J, yes, back in our Don Best days, when Eddie is in the zone, he'll definitely cash some tickets for you. So, and that's why I worked hard to bring Eddie back along. And as you can see, he brings some content. When he's in the zone, not too many guys better. So pay attention to what Eddie's doing. Grab that free month of picks. We'll put a bunch of them out there at Bettor Center, and we'll have him here as much as possible. And then we'll roll after you make a little bit of money with Eddie J. And then he'll be on the website. You can buy some picks, bettorcenter.com, where you can buy picks from Ross Benjamin and Chip Chirimbus on the website today. as well as Tony G, Bookie Buster, and free plays from Chumly. So now, all that being said, Tony G, it's time for your most interesting plays. Bring it, Red Rifle.
Yeah, we're going to go college basketball, man. I love me some college basketball. Right now, starting 2021, college basketball best bet plays are 6 and 2, including a crazy win last night with Lafayette. The lights went out with about 5 seconds left. Kind of a crazy finish, but they did win the game 66-64, and I had them as a slight underdog. A similar thing today. Going to give you my plays today. For the season, best bet plays are 27, 16, and 1, about 62, 63%. Been pretty steady on a good, really rolling pretty nicely in college basketball of late, 3-1 overall last night. If you're part of the inner circle, you would have gotten this about midnight Arizona time last night. I have West Virginia as the best bet, and I was able to get it at +1. I think the line has kind of moved their direction coming into this morning, but I still like it. I like West Virginia in the 5 to 6 point range is the final total. I agree with both these guys with Rutgers. I like this spot situation, and I think it's a very comfortable line. In fact, I thought it was a little soft. I got Rutgers at -3, so we kind of all agree with the Rutgers. And I'm going to give you my other top tier play. West Virginia best bet, Rutgers and Kentucky +4.5. I think they've had their disappointment. You can see the athleticism with them, but they just weren't playing good. They've lost a lot of close games. I think it's time to possibly see Kentucky get a couple straight upset wins here, because you're going to get some line value with Kentucky at this point. And then I'm just going to throw the rest of the card for you guys. Evansville, Baylor, and Seton Hall rounds out my college basketball action. It's been great in college basketball. I think Eddie just gave out some great information. Chumley's giving out great information. I think if you back what we're giving you here for the most interesting plays, you're going to have a pretty damn good day at the window. So be back tomorrow morning. Let's see how we did today, and look forward to another day of NFL playoff action. And I appreciate everybody's hard work here, guys. Back to you, Luke.
All right, Tony, thank you very much. And all right, so we have an alignment with our new capper, Eddie J. So there is an alignment. We're dynamite when the alignment happens. Rutgers is that alignment in college basketball. Now, I'm going to end the show with a few trends from Alan DeRozier's on his Facebook page. So they're interesting numbers. You really want to know these before you go in as well. NFC, the NFL wildcard games, last 70 of them, 50 unders and 20 overs. That's some pretty interesting stuff right there. That is not a small sample size. That is strong. And so you got to it scares the hell out of me on my Indy total. So I may pull some of that back, because I do have the over. So, but another one, the Saturday home teams, 30.8% against the number, 78.8% under. So that's also NFL wildcard stats. Another wildcard trend since 2017, the road underdog in the wildcard is 11-1 against the number, covering by 8.21 points per game. Some good stuff there, Alan. Really appreciate you posting that stuff. NFL wildcard said if you did a 6-point teaser on road teams, you went 16-4. If you tease the under, you are 18-1-1. And two more. Since 2010, teams that scored 40 points or more in week 17, they are 1-3 against the number. Those three teams, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, and Buffalo. And our last wild card trend of the morning is the home dogs. As you mentioned earlier, they are 0-3 straight up, 1-1-1, and 0-3 to the under, straight and 3 unders. So nothing much for them home dogs the last 3 games except for unders. All right, take those stats to the bank. All right, do what you can. And before I move on, I forgot, damn it, twice today, Chumly. Let's get your opinion. No, we got Chumley's games, right?
Yeah, we're good.
We're all good. All right,
Yep.
Eugene, grab a cup of coffee. And thank you for helping us here today. I believe we are done here today, everybody. Appreciate you watching. We're going to be back here tomorrow morning. I know we say 7 a.m. Pacific time. Sometimes it's 20 after, but that's a beauty of the internet. Because if you just subscribe, we pop on on your phone when we go on. But more than likely, we'll be here somewhere around 7 a.m. Pacific time, but it might be 8 a.m. I didn't get that confirmed yet with all the gentlemen. So, but subscribe, bettorcenter.com on Facebook or Louie Diamond on YouTube, and we'll hit you tomorrow morning with a lot of more information in the NFL and basketball.